This particular video, I have decided to title it How to Trade the Top Losers on Binance. This is because when a particular crypto asset is losing, there are expectations and there are ways we can take advantage of that. The fact that a particular asset is on minus 10, minus 100 does not mean it is going to continue reading minus. And at the same time, it does not mean it is going to go up after that. A lot of times we need to pay attention to getting a right entry because, as I've always said, nothing beats a right entry when trading. So you want to watch this video and make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to be explaining how you can trade the top losers on Binance. Well, you can apply this to other exchanges, but particularly I'm putting a focus on Binance for this video. Before we delve into the subject matter, if you like this kind of content, I would want to say please subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification bell so you can get notified when I drop videos that will profit you like this. On this channel, I teach you how to make money online, especially through cryptocurrencies. This is Binance homepage on my screen, and you can see by the left side, you would see markets. I'm just going to click on the market. So this is the market space where we have the top losers, top gainers, new coins, volume, and hot coins. Here on the market interface, you can see the hot coins, the new listings, top coin gainers, and volume. I'm sure you're probably wondering where are the top losers. If you're using a mobile phone, it is actually easy because you're going to see the top losers next to the top gainers. But on a PC like this, you would have to click on this top gainers. And when you open the top gainers, you're going to see top gainers here. And next to it is the top losers, which is, what we are going to be talking about today. I previously made a video about how to trade the top gainers on Binance, and I'm going to tag the link here. I'm also going to drop it in the description box so you can go watch it and learn from what I said there. And for the losers, we are using a very different approach entirely. All right. So the number one top loser we have here is API3, and it is down 9%, 9.4%. If you have been following the trend or following the markets, you would have probably noticed that this API3 was topping the gainers yesterday, and today it is topping the losers. The number two losing coin here is GTC, and it is down 7.48%. Then we have DIE, which is down 6.03. We have gas and the rest of them. So how do we take advantage of this market? The first thing you want to do when you identify a top loser on Binance is memorize the name. Don't do your analysis on Binance. Come to TradingView, you just type the API3 here. I already did that. The chart you're seeing on the screen right now is API3 token. Yesterday, this guy did greatly well in the market. You can see this movements, all right? The price went from here all the way up, which was over 80%. Now, what do you think is going to happen after this point? Are we going to keep falling or are we going to continue going up? Remember I said the fact that a particular token is leading the losers does not mean it is going to continue losing. And at the same time, it does not mean it will go up. So we have to be sure about what entry we want to take. And that is what I want to show us in this video. When you master these things, you would confidently be able to go into trade. I always like to check a higher time frame, say 1 week. Well, you can check 1 month, but I really like checking 1 week when I want to make my analysis for the losers or the gainers and see where we are heading. The moment we go above this line, I will tag this chart a bullish one. But right now, we are not above it. We are still, respecting this line. Okay, so let's make our analysis based on what we are seeing on the screen. First of all, one very important thing that we are going to do on this chart is to identify our various fair value gap. Now, you can also do for your other blocks, but for this video, I'm going to be using fair value gaps. Now, remember we have a resistance level here, okay, and the market is only what's coming from a downtrend. All right, downtrend consolidated, and this looks like we are going back up here. All right, so how sure are we that it is going to break out of this and we are going to continue the rally up, or we are going to fall back down before going up? We will touch all of that in this video, so stay with me. Previously, we had a fair value gap between this and this guy. Right now, you can see that we are trading at or within this fair value gap. And we also had another fair value gap here. Okay, so allow me to tag them. All right, so we had a fair value gap here. We had another one here. Meanwhile, the price broke out of this first one, okay, and we're trying to see if it is going to close inside this fair value gap. Okay, now when this particular candlestick closes within this gap, it means it has disrespected this fair value gap, and as such we'll be expecting the next candlestick that will come out here to create another fair value gap. All right, now when that happens, this would be the next stop. All right, 3.8 or thereabouts. Now remember, this is a 1 week time frame. Let's go back to the 1 day. The 1 day candlestick here has not closed, so we are not sure if it is going to create a gap between this guy and itself. So we're going to wait for the candlestick to close. Meanwhile, there are two targets here. All right, a candlestick that comes up after a very bullish one has two targets. The first target is to take out this high price. The second target is to take out this low price. If it is not able to achieve that, the next candlestick will continue the mission of trying to take out this price or trying to take out this price. If that also does not complete the mission, the next one is going to try to accomplish. So it is like passing the baton to the next candlestick again and again until one of these eventually happens. Now, since we cannot make a conclusion because this candlestick is not closed, we're going to check the 4 hours time frame. Now on the 4 hours time frame, we can see there is a fair value gap between this and this. So this is going to help us, let's get it identified, and we're going to change the color. So this is a fair value gap on the 4 hours time frame. Like I said, this fair value gap has been disrespected because according to the principle, a particular candlestick should not close inside a fair value gap. We can only test it and come back down. When there is a closure of any candlestick within a fair value gap, it is disrespecting that gap, and that way there might be no continuation of trend, like testing it and coming back down, which is why we are expecting something upward. We are expecting a bull movement. But before that happens, it is very important that we test or we take out the price from either the highest peak it has gone or the lowest peak. As for me, I would want to look for an entry that is within a fair value gap, either on a lower time frame or on a higher time frame. As you can see, the one above is at 3.8, and this one is just 2.1 or thereabouts. Even at this point, which is 2.3, is also valid. So we want to see that the price comes down to this place, okay, before either going up, or it goes up to take out this price and comes down to take out this price. Those are the two possibilities that I expected. This right now is not an opportunity to buy or to sell. Like we analyzed the general market, it was a bullish one. Let's go check it out again. The 1 week time frame is bullish, and there is no explanation to what we are seeing here other than having a bullish market, because when this closes inside of the fair value gap, we're expecting the next one to go try the 3.8 fair value gap region. So this is a bullish one, and we only look for opportunities to buy at this point. The opportunity we are looking for is to have our price within this fair value gap. All right, either something like this. Okay, this is just an example, either something like this or maybe something like this. The reason this is valid is because we tested the fair value gap. It does not necessarily need to come down all the way and take out this price before we see an up movement. However, it is very possible that the price will fall back down to 1.7 even before we go back up. So whenever the price falls within this region, what you want to check out for is the smaller time frame, so that you can get or you can catch the reversal signal quickly, either by using your various indicators or maybe candlesticks, the reversal candlesticks like the doji and all of that. Number one, you pick out the top loser on Binance, you open your trading view, and then you're going to identify the fair value gap for the higher time frame, like 1 week or 1 day, and then you come to 4 hours trying to identify the fair value gaps as well. And possibly if you want to get an entry, it will be when we are within this fair value gap, you would now go to the 15 minutes to look for your entry, right? The best place to buy this token right now is when it is within this region. And like we already identified, it is a bullish trend, okay? It is this API 3 is bullish at the moment. So this is the best place to buy. Another way to identify where to buy this particular asset is to use the Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, you can just mark from this point. Okay, you see that it shows the various points where the market is facing a resistance or a support. Okay, so we have one here. You can actually buy this at 2.1 if you find, this supportive, or you see that the market is holding at 2.1, or you can enter the market at 1.8. There is also another buying opportunity here, which is 1.51, which of course would be the ultimate. All right, so these are the various ways you can take advantage of the market when you see a top loser. If you want to forget everything I've said, make sure you don't forget this one. The fact that a particular token is topping the losers does not mean it is going to continue falling or it is going to rise after that. You need to make sure you are going into the trade at the right time, which is the necessity for good entry. I believe this video was helpful. Do me a favor by smashing the like button. And for those of us who have not subscribed to my channel, I want to say welcome in advance, as you are going to do that now. Thank you, and thank you for watching.